And today's topic, top 5 supplements you must have. And truth be told, there isn't any, unless you actually need them. But that being said, from all the blood tests I have seen so far, and so I can kind of come to somewhat conclusion what people usually miss out. And there is a common pattern that people have this misconception just because they go to gyms they are fit. No, that doesn't mean that. You actually need to check your VO2 max, your blood lipid panels, your hemoglobins, all those kind of things that affect your overall well-being, which people completely ignore just because they think, oh yeah, but I need to do blood tests only if I'm ill. Oh, no, not necessarily. You don't buy a car from somebody and never go and check it in a garage if it's actually drivable. You know, you're asking for trouble to happen. Same exact stuff with your body. Just because you are present and using it every single day and you think you're feeling great doesn't mean you are actually healthy. I bet all those people who are dropping down with heart attacks, they feel well and healthy just because they don't understand how actually good they could feel. So that's kind of little summary on those things that you need to be aware of, things that can go wrong even when they don't seem like going wrong. But let's dive into top 5 things that I believe could help anyone to improve their health, performance, and even mental kind of clarity. First, Super Greens supplement. It helps with digestion, anti-inflammatory properties, and most of the time people are completely neglecting the fact that if you don't have the little enzymes, little micronutrients that come from dark green veg and fruit, you will never be able to create as much energy as your body could do. We have this weird concept that carbs give you energy. Carbs give you energy if you actually can extract those carbs and deal with them, and you don't have any rate limiting factors involved down the line. And more often than not, carbs are piss poor energy source. It's powerful, but it doesn't last very long. So you really want to rely more efficiently on something that's called electrotransport chain, which is very far down the line in energy systems and is very strongly based on oxygen and your ability to turn over this oxygen in your bloodstream. So you need to be fit for that, and you need to have loads of enzymes that help you drive all the processes to extract energy out of predominantly your own body fat, which we all would actually want. And this is why people who are really conscious about eating fruit and veg are feeling much better than those who just eat their kebabs and whatever else you name it that are highly dense in calories but very poor in the amount of nutrients they have. You need to have your dark green veg because you need to have your iodine, your zinc, your calcium, all those kind of things that are essential for your body to be able to contract your muscle and actually feel well and good. So Super Greens drink would definitely be one of the things I would add in anyone's supplement list, only for a reason that people do not eat enough dark green veg and definitely don't eat enough fruit and berries. This is some things that everyone completely ignores for God knows what reason. But I do understand that there is so much that is so misleading that people don't understand the importance of it. And I can guarantee you, if you actually can get 5-8 portions of fruit and veg a day, within a week you will feel much better than trying to cram in 1,000 grams of carbs a day. Just to prove the point, try to eat a bag of sugar and tell me how much energy you have. You won't have much. So you need to understand, for your body to function properly, every little thing needs to be in account. So Super Greens is my number 1 supplement. Next one on the line is fish oil or krill oil. Both are pretty much doing the same job. Krill oil will be a bit more expensive. So lowers your cholesterol, overall cholesterol level. It also improves viscosity of your blood. So less risk of heart attacks, less risk of something running wrong. So you can either eat fish a couple times a week or just supplement with fish oils. I eat a lot of fish, so I personally don't supplement with this. I pretty much don't use any supplements, to be honest, but that's because I understand where I'm at, and I have done blood tests every 3 to 6 months as minimum. So you need to acknowledge what's happening, what's going wrong, and this one is so easy to get wrong because your cholesterol will increase with just eating something a bit out of the line, like going out for a greasy burger and then letting it slip into weeks long of addictive behavior where you just eat very high fat and carb rich foods, which like crisps, cookies, and all those kind of things. So fish oil is definitely something extremely beneficial because it has anti-inflammatory properties as well, so you can recover quicker. And there is also research proving that if your blood viscosity is high, you're gonna grow muscle much quicker. So do not ignore this. Spend couple pounds a month on this supplement, unless and it will be cheaper than buying fish. You know, it will be cheaper than buying bloody salmon every couple of days. Third, I'm going into things that is probably more beneficial because of neglect of people towards recovery, which is curcumin. So it improves your blood lipid profile as well. So improves your good and bad cholesterol, improves your overall cholesterol, good and bad triglyceride amount in your bloods. It's powerful anti-inflammatory and also powerful antioxidant. What it means is it can help you stay away from feeling sore, not only in your muscle but also in your joints. So it has benefits when it comes to things like arthritis. Arthritis is basically overuse of your joint and then letting it inflame, not drinking enough water, not eating nutrient-rich foods, which leads to your body's inability to deal with all the damage you have created in the joint, which leads to arthritis. So curcumin actually helps you fight off inflammation a bit quicker than your natural defenses would do, especially if your natural defenses are compromised by not eating high-quality foods. So, and there is actually a proof that it improves brain function as well. I forgot that precise term, but there is a plaque on your brain that can be formed from aging, literally, and dehydration and so on and so forth. So curcumin actually deals with this plaque and improves your ability to think clearer, quicker, faster. Next, number 4, vitamin D. Vitamin D is probably one of the underused, and it's not even classed as a vitamin in some cases. Some papers class it as a hormone. Extremely easy to get, just go out in the sun, but let's be honest, how many people are spending their time in the sun anymore? Especially when you live in Britain, you don't see much of a sun to begin with. And I don't mean looking out through the window or sitting in the car. You actually need to get sun exposure on your skin, and that's very hard to do when it's like cold and rainy all the time. So vitamin D3 is one of the key supplements that I would encourage anyone to use, especially now when we have like all kind of illnesses around, which have been proven to be more prevalent in population that are vitamin D deficient. So do not neglect this, because vitamin D can not only improve your immune health, it can also improve your bone density. It also can improve your way of thinking. It's literally, some papers class it as a hormone because of how many things it affects. Last but not least, any type of glucose agent. So what I mean by that is people are not moving a lot, so which leads to your inability to recover properly and your inability to store nutrients properly, which means you need more insulin per gram of carb to just make sure that food you eat is put in the right place instead of your belly fat. This is where you have your chromiums, this is where you can have some metformin, this is where you can have some berberine and things like that. So anything that you really feel like it, but I would definitely, before you put any supplement in your list, make sure that you have run blood tests first. Make sure you understand what is deficient in your body, why you need it, and is there actual benefit from taking something? Because let's be honest, if you run a car, you're not going to change your tires if they are brand new. You know, same happens with your body. There is no need to put something in that your body doesn't actually need. So make sure you do your blood tests as frequent as possible. Don't try to save money and complain like, oh, this is very expensive. It's not. You're doing it like once every 6 months. If you are really serious about performance, then you should be doing it every 3-4 months. But doing it twice a year, it will probably cost you it might cost you up to half a week, 1 week's worth of wages. But it's definitely worth it, because then you have clear view of where you're at, where you should be heading, and what can go wrong. Otherwise, you are literally limiting the rate of progress you could make. I have had so many people caught out on simple things, and like I said, most of the time this list is based on those blood tests, that people don't eat enough fruit, veg, don't drink enough water. Water is extremely important. The more important than food is water intake, and people are just neglecting it, completely ignoring it. All these things can be improved: your blood viscosity, your inflammation markers, your digestion, your ability to sleep, and so on and so forth, just by drinking more water. So but that's not a supplement. That's a bit too basic, and people don't like too basic. I hope this helps. If you got any questions, let me know. We'll be going to dive deeper into that. This is supplement list for people who are naturals, who don't take anything that's enhancing their performance and whatnot, because that list would be slightly different. Then you need much higher emphasis on micronutrients and vitamins, because you're depleting your zinc much faster, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to wrap this on this. I hope this is helpful. And general thought of this is, do not buy anything until you actually know that you need it. Instead of spending money on supplement, make sure you know that you need that supplement first, and then invest that money in said supplement if you will benefit from it. Otherwise, wasting your money on something you don't even know you need without and then not putting money into checking yourself up in general sense by doing blood tests is kind of backward thinking. So I hope this helps, and I'll speak to you soon.